Hey everybody, it's Cameron with Speedtech Performance, and today we decided to take a little field trip across town to Steve's Hot Rod Garage. And they've got a couple projects going with our chassis, so we just wanted to check them out. We've got Robbie here, who is a heck of a fabricator, and he's going to show us these cars.
Let's check them out.
So we're here in the build shop. We've got, what do you want to start with? The Cuda, Mustang?
Let's start with the Cuda.
All right, so we've got a Cuda.
So we have Zach's Cuda here. They came in, it's a Pro Street car. It's got big tires in the back, Dana 60. We have a 1,000 horsepower, all aluminum Indy Max Hemi that's blown and fuel injected to go in here.
That thing's crazy.
It is.
I know this car has a little bit of a story to it on how it got here. And Steve was telling me about the engine. When you got it, it was full of water.
So yes, so the car was at a shop in Las Vegas from a TV personality that kind of got into some trouble and left some things outside. So his fancy Indy Max engine had water in the cylinders and sitting there. So, but throughout the time, when the car was originally built, the subframe was subpar along with the fab work in the back. So we upgraded the front to a Speedtech subframe, inner fenders, down tubes and all that. This one's not bolted into the car. This one's fully welded in. The engine's going to produce over 1,000 horsepower on pump gas. So we decided for strength, we're just going to weld everything together as one piece and go from there. So this should be a pretty cool car.
Should be. Are you guys keeping the aesthetic kind of the same, black on black, vinyl roof, everything?
Yeah, he likes the, I guess maybe 90s era vibe. So the 15-inch billets are staying on it. The big Hoosiers to go in the back and the little ones in the front. It kind of has that, I guess, Fast and Furious kind of vibe, really. The engine will sit above the roof, so when it's fully in here, I mean, the hat of the blower is probably a good 8 to 10 inches above the roof.
But it'll be street legal.
It will be street legal. He will be cruising the streets of Henderson.
Sweet. Speaking of well-handling car, let's talk about that Mustang.
So we got Mike's Mustang over here, his 68 Fastback. Mike purchased this car at Barrett-Jackson that I believe was red when it rolled across the block. He kind of has a reputation for doing this. This isn't his first car like this that he buys finished and then we redo or just do a color change and some upgrades to it.
Yeah.
So Mike had bought it and then he took it to a shop down in Nevada and they were getting ready to paint it and he decided that he wanted more done to it. This one, he likes everything pretty much show quality. He's not a show car guy. Like the car probably won't make it to any shows really unless we take it because he doesn't care to. But it'll be able to contend if somebody does take it. But basically I've spent a lot of time on things like hood hinges to make these hood hinges kind of to where, you know, the stock Mustang hood hinges are really far in the inner fender. They take up a lot of engine bay space. So I wanted to tuck all that up, get more space so you can have better cooling, you can have better aesthetics. Basically, Mike said he wanted no drip rails, he wants no cowl vent, and he wants the best air conditioning he can have.
Perfect.
So that's kind of, and everything else was more of like an open,
just do it.
Whatever you wanted to do. So
so
we have a 427 Roush engine for it that's actually going to be set back because it's got a front oil pump. So the engine's going to be back here to the cowl area more so. So where the seat is there, that is where the seat's going to sit, which is in the rear footwell.
Yeah.
Which I actually like from the side of the car.
Like 8 inches back almost?
It's about a foot, probably.
About a foot?
Yeah, about a foot. So the firewall will be about where the wipers go. So then the dash will be somewhere in here and the pedals and all that. So he's taller than I am, so he needs the space. And even when I sit in this right now, I'm getting kind of close to the roof already. So he wanted the high back seat. So we have that. And then this car, I've spent all the time. We also made this one piece as well with everything. And then I spent the time to TIG weld everything together. So like all the floor panels that you guys make, I trimmed them extra tight, TIG welded all of that to it, all the back here in the back. And then the other part was, so where you guys take the Mustang and you tie it to the stock frame horns right about here, those stock frame horns are offset because the gas tank's offset,
Right.
which I believe was for the 6-cylinder cars to have exhaust going up one side. But I didn't like having the gas tank offset, so I kind of bobbed the frame off just at the sway bar, and then I fabricated our frame rails to be centered and then go all the way to the very back now.
Okay. And then you made the trunk floor. And
Then made the trunk floor.
It's running a fuel cell.
Yeah, so it's got a big stainless fuel cell in it. The one by your hand there, Roger at Ironworks, he machined CNC'd those for me. Those were on his, I don't remember what they call it, a G500 maybe Mustang Fastback he built.
Okay, yeah.
And then I machined these pieces. When I say I machined them by hand.
Yeah, you manually worked that.
Yeah, like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Hey, that dates you a little bit.
It is, and that's pretty close to my date. So these started out as like a 2.5-inch chunk of aluminum, same as the hood hinges actually, same piece of material.
And you just milled it all out by hand?
I milled it all out by hand, yes.
Wow.
So, I mean, we got a digital readout and stuff, so it kind of helps in laying it all out, keeping them the same. The hardest part is on something like this is the different angles that you have.
Yeah.
Because I tried to mimic the same angle that Roger had here to adjust it instead of just having it kind of square with the body.
Right.
I wanted something that matches, you know.
Right.
Because I like to buy pieces and then make pieces that all
That
tie
all
in
play
together.
together.
That way nothing doesn't stand out from the other.
And it's little things like that when you do tie. I mean, it just makes your whole build flow together.
Yeah.
What kind of wheels are you guys going to be?
So we're gonna get shot billet wheels.
Okay.
The fronts are 18s. The backs are actually gonna be 20s.
Okay.
So it's gonna have a hefty tire on it. I think the tire's 29 inches tall.
Wow. Okay.
So it's, I mean, the wheel tub's up there pretty good.
Yeah.
Mike likes the 2000s era kind of street rods and stuff like that. He likes the smooth look and all that. So having the staggered 18s and 20s kind of goes to that same era. And they're going to be like a gray 5-spoke wheel.
Cool. What
hopefully we can paint it green, dark green.
Still do that bullet look.
So it has like the bullet look, more modern-y bullet with the 5 spokes that are gray. We'll see. He has been talking candy apple red also. It's just every car that leaves this shop seems to be red. Not that I'm against red, but I'm kind of against red.
Just a little bit. Oh, I like it. Sweet. Well, thanks for taking a minute to show us. Go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, how they can contact you guys if they want to build.
So we're Steve's Hot Rod Garage in St. George, Utah. You can find us on the internet, stevesHotRodGarage.com, Facebook, Instagram. It's all just Steve's Hot Rod Garage.
Perfect. And again, Robbie, he's a heck of a fabricator. Check that out. We appreciate him taking the time to show a little bit of what we do, because a lot of times it's the Pro Touring look, but with these two builds, it's something that's not necessarily Pro Touring. So, you know, you can use our chassis with some modern day hot rodding, right, and a little bit of fabrication skills to make them work however you want.
I mean, this is basically more like a street cruiser probably. I mean, he could run it on an autocross track with the engine set back and stuff. He'd probably actually do decent. And then, you know, we have a pro street car with a Speedtech subframe. So
I love it. Awesome. Okay, check him out. Steve's Hot Rod Garage, St. George, Utah.